Bijal Vachharajani, bringing with her interactive session number 1, which aims to turn the science of climate change into engaging fiction. Everybody welcome Bijal.
Hi everyone, thank you for turning up early in the morning. And I'm going to introduce myself as I usually introduce myself. Neil, can we have the slideshow please? I call myself a climate warrior. A lot of people keep thinking I'm calling myself a warrior. They are very sadly mistaken. Next please. You know how they say I think, therefore I am? Next please. I worry, therefore I am. You know, I'm constantly thinking about the climate crisis. How about all of you? How many of you constantly thinking about climate change? Oh, that is amazing. This whole bunch I know. So, you know, I'm thinking about how our planet is changing, how there's so much of loss happening. And you know, then I write about it because I don't know what else to do at times. I used to do a lot more. I worked on tiger conservation. Yes, I've rescued elephants, tigers, lions, ligers, all of them from circuses where they were being kept in very bad places. I worked with 350.org on climate advocacy. I did a lot of work. Next, please. Now, apparently, children do all the work. Because, you know, Greta Thunberg, Ridhima Pandey, all of you all are doing the work. Hi, Amrita. We, adults, we complain a lot about everything. As far as I know, this bunch of friends of mine, they're constantly complaining about the weather, right? So I have a question for you. Neil, next, please. What worries you about climate change? What worries you about the climate crisis?
It's the fact that humans can't exist if the world isn't ready for them in the future. It'll harm human beings.
Very true. Come here. Quick, come in front.
Well, it will not only harm human beings, it will harm the entire world.
That's true. One here and then we'll go that side. Okay, two here.
I'm worried that many kinds of animals will no longer be in the earth and the weather will also change and lots of problems will come to us.
Absolutely. Amrita.
That we humans are causing this on ourselves.
Like, I'm afraid that humans are gonna, destroy Earth in a sense that life can't exist if we don't do anything.
Absolutely. So can I please firstly have a big round of applause for these amazing answers? So, can we go next, please? So I was telling you how I tackle my climate worry. I write. And I'm going to step back a little bit to when I was your age. I didn't have the kind of books that you all have. We had Enid Blyton's. Have any one of you read this book? It's called The Magic Faraway Tree. Yes? You have. And do you remember when Joe, Beth, and Franny would climb the magic faraway tree in the enchanted woods? What did they see?
Well, when they got to the very top, there would be different lands and that sometimes they would float away and another land would come in.
Absolutely. Anyone else wants to give a go? Go pick someone. Someone who didn't have a chance earlier.
So when they first climbed up the tree, they saw the angry pixie, then they saw the owl, then Silky the fairy. After that they saw Moonface, then they climbed up the topmost branch to visit a land.
That's right. Thank you. So here's the thing. As they climbed, they discovered new lands. They made new friendships, right? With Moonface and Silky and even Dame Washalot a little bit. And Angry Pixie, yes. And they discovered magical stories and whatnots. You know, every time we climb a tree, we find all of that. Have you ever heard, like when I climb a tree, I get to listen to a red-vented bulbul puffing her chest out, trilling her song. I find fungi that grow like kernels of popcorn. Have you ever seen mushrooms that look like popcorns? Right? And then there are creepers that evolve with little hooks so that they can keep climbing up the trees just like us. And there are trunks where if you look closely, you will see bark geckos camouflage. You'll see spiders spinning silken webs among the tree leaves. And when we look up, we find ourselves a little closer to moon's face. Who needs moon face? So the fact is, according to me, all woods are enchanted, all trees magical, all forests full of stories. Sometimes you just need the right story to lure all of you in. Now here's the thing, of course, some forests have a witch waiting to roast Hansel and Gretel, but we are not going to talk about that. Next, please. So I came to fairy tales, Winnie the Pooh, Ruskin Bond, and Enid Blyton's when I was your age. And Blyton has lots of problems, but we're talking about the environment today. You know, when I go back to this time, I realized what they were doing, fairy tales, was that toadstools were dotted with perch fairies. Babbling brooks had many stories to tell, and trees opened doors to new worlds. Next, please. So, tell me, does that not look like a door? Right? Doesn't that look like you could slide inside it and reach into a magical land like Alice in Wonderland? Right? So this is in Shillong, where I had gone to the sacred forest of Mawphlang. And there was this moss hug tree, and I just looked at it and I said, you know, all I want is a drink me potion, shrink to the size of this door, and go and explore inside. That would be so awesome to be able to do that, right? But you know what? I'm a muggle. So all I could do was hug the tree and then write about it. All right, so I'm going to talk about the first book. When you see this, tell me what do you think is happening? A cyclone. What else? No Chintan. What else? Hurricane, okay. Read the caption and you can take a guess. It's a brown cloud, yes. So, it's an Asian brown cloud. So, I was studying climate change in Costa Rica. Do you all know where Costa Rica is? Where is it? But where in America? So, you know where US is? And then you know where Latin America is? And there's a little strip that joins the two. So right in the middle of that strip is Costa Rica, and that's where I went to study. And over there, I studied something very strange. It's called the Asian brown cloud. And it's caused by, what do you think it's caused by? When you look at it, what do you think it's being caused by? Pollution, dust, yes. What else? Smoke. Anyone this side? See, the adults don't know. Pollution by cars, exactly. Gas fuels, yes. All of that. So I read about this phenomenon, and here's the strange thing. Nobody seemed to be worried about it. And thank you. She is worried about it. And we've got to do something about that. Right? So when I was reading about it, it basically said that this Asian brown cloud, which hovers on top of our part of the world, is going to impact our rainfall patterns. Have you seen that happen? You've not seen a brown cloud? You've seen? Where have you seen one? Oh. So here's the thing. This could be seen through satellite pictures. And when I was reading it, I was getting very worried because it's going to impact our health. It's going to impact our monsoon pattern, which means it will impact our farmers' produce. And nobody else seems to. It will impact our food. Exactly. Now, I got so worried about it that I came back to India, and I live in Mumbai. Next, please, Neil. And I wrote a book called A Cloud Called Bhura, which is basically about a brown cloud who comes and hovers on top of Mumbai. Now, I'm just going to tell. So how did I tackle this issue? I started by saying that if this brown cloud was to come on top of you, how would everyone react? The politicians are throwing press conferences and thinking, what food shall we serve to the people? The media is jumping about and making a fuss about it, but doing nothing. And other people are making Instagram reels. Yeah, right, Menka? So, but there are 4 children who decide that we are not going to take this sitting down. We need to take action. And so what I did was, I gave this brown cloud a persona. He's a very bad rhyming brown cloud. Like you can see, move over, you smudge of dirty sky. It's time you wished Mumbai goodbye. Shove over, a little bit more. That's right. Oh, curious clouds, do not put up a fight. I've swallowed up the moon and the sun. Uh-oh, I must now weigh a ton. Below me, the land is just concrete heaps. This must be the city that sometimes sleeps. Oh wait, it's the city that never sleeps? Or is it the city that always sleeps? Whatever, pitter patter, it really doesn't matter. Wake up, city dear. The brown cloud is here. So, now, if a brown cloud was to come on top of Bangalore, what would you do? I want the children to answer first. You would take action.
I'll go to some other country.
Understandable.
I would just run away from the cloud.
You would run away from the cloud. Someone behind?
What I would do is I would go into space, vacuum everything and not let it happen again.
What I would do is take action just like in the story.
I want you to, both of you have told me take action. How?
Take action by helping people not to pollute.
Ride your bicycle to school.
Ride your bicycle to school. How many of you do that? You can walk. And this little one here? This one. Yeah.
We have to...
I told you to tell her.
We have to stop pollution.
We have to stop pollution. Yes. Now let's ask an adult in the room. Can we ask some of the adults? Okay, let's ask that adult. Lavanya, Karthik, what would you do?
I would write lots of poetry and post it on Instagram.
How's that going to help? Pitter patter. Who's next? Who wants to go next?
So what I will do is I'll stop using the AC too much because that'll make more chlorofluorocarbons go inside the air. And then that's what will happen.
Action. And this is the thing. Okay, there's one more here.
I will hop away and...
I understand that. We must all be rabbits and hop away. Okay. You know, every time I ask this question, all the adults in the room want to run away. Or they say, shrug. What are we supposed to do? It's the children. All of you who are like, we will take action. And that's really what Bhura is about. It's about you all taking action and telling the adults, no, we want a better future. You make sure we get it. Now, next please. This we've done. Okay. Now, when I say nature around you all, are you all from Bangalore? Yeah? Yeah, you're from different places, right? So now when I say the word nature around you, what do you describe that nature as? Geography, okay?
When you say nature around you, I think it's the beauty of the nature.
Describe what do you think is beautiful in nature? Sorry, can you keep it here? What do you think is beautiful?
All the trees and plants.
Trees and plants, yes. Geography, someone said. Somebody else here.
I think it's animals.
Animals, yes, they are.
So I think the flowers, the trees, the plants and the animals and all the nice smell. So I think that's very good about nature.
Yes.
It's the ocean and corals.
Yes. the ocean and the corals. And you know, because of climate change, the corals are so upset they're going white. Yeah, so that's important. Who else?
The flora and fauna.
Flora and fauna. Yes. Anyone this side wants to chime in? There.
So I think it's about sustainability.
What is sustainability to you?
Sustainability is when you are sustaining the environment and you are keeping it steady and not like, and otherwise it'll be imbalanced.
Absolutely. Can I ask Ms. Radha, who is one of my co-authors, to tell me what she thinks is nature around her?
Nature around us is everything, pretty much everything that is not cement or brick or something. So basically,
Which
it
also
is,
comes from nature.
yeah, but it has been modified to beyond recognition. But it is all of those spiders that are peeking at you from your windowsills, they're all sitting in the corners of your rooms, that's nature. The butterfly hovering outside your window, that's nature. The bulbul, the crow, the pigeon also, as annoying as it is also nature.
We are
So-
biodegradable, says Chintan.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's the cloud, it's the sky, it's the air that you cannot see but you can feel, it's the tree you can smell, the tree you can see, it's everything around you.
Thank you. So, I have a very scary thing to tell you. When I was writing this book, it's called Savi and the Memory Keeper, I found out something very scary. Could we go next? Meet big mammal. Next. Apparently, all of us are forgetting nature, and city children, when they think big mammal, they think of a squirrel. Is that a big mammal? What's a big mammal? Elephant? Yeah. Rhinoceros, yes. Then who else? Elephant, rhinos. I can't hear if everyone talks together. Where is Mike? Wait, blue whale, yes. Then lion, yes. Tigers, ligers. All big cats, yes. So think about it. Sit. Think about it that everyone has started confusing that what is nature. Yes, squirrels, nature, but they're thinking that this is what is big nature. And that's terrible, right? So I'm going to show you a small film. It's made by my friends at Sanctuary Asia. And it talks about how cool the world is and why we need to remember it. So we'll just play that video. What do you all think? It is very scary. But what do you think? Is the earth worth saving? 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 All right. How are we going to do that? By not polluting. What else? By planting trees. What else? By stopping killing animals. Okay, so what I'm going to ask you to do after this is you need to do one thing. You need to go hug a tree. Yes. All right, and I'm going to tell you why, because that's the story of my next book. It's called Savi and the Memory Keeper. And it's basically the idea is that we've forgotten nature and we need to bring it back into our lives. And yeah.
For our own good, we should only use nature when necessary, like cutting trees when only necessary and planting many more trees for that tree.
So can I please say that when we just have a parliament of all children who make all the rules on planet Earth? Yes? Okay. So this book is actually about a girl who loses her father and her family moves to a new city. It's called Shajjarpur. And the city has wonderful climate. And she's really sad and everyone else is looking very happy. And then suddenly she discovers something strange. She discovers she can talk to plants and to a tree, this giant tree which is taking care of the entire city's climate. But there are these group of villains. They are called TLEUATA, the League of Extraordinary Uncles and Two Aunties. They have decided this tree that you see here, that needs to go. And so Savi decides with her friends that she needs to do something, and they put a spell. But the spell doesn't work. And I'm going to ask my two assistants, TLEUATA. Lavanya has gone, so only one is there. Then I will not call her. Okay, so I'm going to read a little bit of from the book and then we're going to end. The spell, it ricocheted, reverberated, reflected, resonated, but something was very wrong. I held on and waited. Savi is hugging a tree and she steps into the tree's memory. Uncle 97 was late. He stepped into a dark room where a shiny disco ball flashed diamond shards of light across the dance floor. He blinked in rapid succession, pulled on his sunglasses. Music pulsed through the room, Bollywood and pop numbers from the 80s. He smiled to see his friends from the League of Extraordinary Uncles and Two Aunties boogieing away. Everyone except uncle number 34 who sat grumpily in a corner, chomping on a paneer tikka. Everyone was, dancing. Awwa, awwa. All hands up in the air. Awwa, awwa. All legs moving to the right. Awwa, awwa. All doing a naggin dance. Awwa, awwa. TLEU ATA was celebrating. Uncle number 97 joined them quickly. Bang, bang. Trees were dying. The darn tree's deathly day was close. Bang, bang. More buildings, more flyovers, more concrete. Bang, bang. Statue. Uncle number 35 announced, holding his hands up and posing like Elvis. Everyone immediately froze. No, not the game. I mean, we must build a statue to commemorate our work. Everyone unfroze and cheered. Yes, more statues, more. Everyone raised their hands in the air and resumed dancing. Tree knew their days were numbered. They knew the tree's days were numbered. It was definitely a gold letter day. Awwa, awwa. Should the tree be saved? Why? What will one tree do? It gives us oxygen. It gives home to billions of animals. Can I just next one? Can you just say that answer?
It gives all the love for us.
And that is why we're going to save trees, because it gives love to us. Thank you so much for being such an amazing audience. And yes, here's to saying yes to saving Earth. No to climate change. Say no to climate change. Thank you so much.